Hi everybody, it's Julie. I'm still here on this deserted island, put here by the challenge from Nick the Booksmith, the Deserted Island Challenge, where we only have 4 givens. That would be forgiven. 4 givens. That would be glue, your needle and thread, paper, and scissors. And water, apparently, which is awesome. And then I have my 4 chosens. I have now taken apart my paper, scrapbook paper, 12 by 12 paper. I have some of my lace from the wedding dress sample left, washi tape, and my ink. And with your ink, you can have a dauber. So I am going to do some, I wanted to decorate some paper, because normally I would have some decorated paper in my journal. So I thought I'd take you along with me. One of the things I thought that would be kind of cool, oh, I like that paper all by itself. It doesn't need any decorating. Okay, so let's do maybe this one. Okay, so this particular activity takes 3 papers, because we want a paper underneath. And I'm going to put a paper underneath, and I'm just going to use it. And then I'll be able to use it for tags and things, because it will also have some of the color on it. So one of the things I thought would be kind of fun would be to see about doing a stripe. And so I'm just going to take my ink. I'm going to start from the outside and go in kind of ombre. And then I'm going to start from the other side and come in. And then a little bit in the center as well. And see what we get. So there we have a stripe. And we could just leave it like that and have a stripe on the edge of our paper. I actually think it's kind of cool. So I'm lining up my top paper. I'm moving my bottom paper. And I'll be moving it around so that hopefully different areas get color. Oops, I should have turned my top paper. Oh well. Okay. So that would give us 2, and that would actually make a nice little, like a border tuck. You could make that and then tuck it over. But I think we're going to go ahead and stripe across the paper here. And being that my theme is kind of old-fashioned, this kind of reminds me of some old-fashioned wallpaper. I think it might be kind of cool. Okay, I gotta remember to turn this. So, and I think this would be fun to do even if you had all your usual scrapbook supplies. Or for those of you that don't have a whole lot of scrapbook supplies. Another thing that's really cool about it is not bulky. So it's not going to take up any bulk in your journal. And of course you could do them closer together and have them be like writing lines as well. So that was one idea, was to do a stripe all the way across. And of course this could be half of a page right there. Okay. And then what I would do when I got to the other side is I would go, you know, boom, boom, boom. And then for the edge on the other side, I would just turn it and do it so you're straight edge. It's cold. I was fine for the from 4 to 8, and then at 8 o'clock, it's all of a sudden it's cold. So there. Okay. So that is the striped. Now, of course, you could also stripe at an angle. Let's grab another piece of paper. So striping at an angle. And this would be kind of cool, like if you were going to make an envelope or something. It also just makes really neat tags. So if you make your decorative paper before you make tags, I think it'll be pretty cool. So stay tuned, because I'm not just doing this. I have a couple other techniques that I am going to use in my journal, because, you know, we got time. We're out here just waiting to be rescued. I've named the seagull Sandy. I didn't kill it. It's kind of nice to have something out here to talk to, especially if my phone dies. So anyway, you could do that and continue with that going across. Of course, we could do the other side of our paper. And I'm okay with it being a variety of light and dark. There we go. So continue across and you'll have a striped paper. You could come back the other way and have plaid as well. So I think those are kind of fun. So next, I'm going to just go ahead and finish this around the edges, because I kept forgetting to turn it. And I'm going to use this paper. So you can just go around and have just the edge, and then come across, and if you just lightly go across the top on this coffee dyed paper that I have, there's a little bit of texture happening. I don't know, can you see that? And if you have a place that didn't take a lot of the coffee, you can go ahead and add more of the pink. Okay, so that is that particular way. We're going to put that over there. Next, I made a stamp. So what I did was I took a piece of, it was about a half of a piece of paper, and I folded it up into squares until I got it to be about this big. Then I took a piece of my lace and I cut out one of the little flowers, and I'm using it as a stamp. I took this part of the folded, and it gave me something to hold on to. And so, I guess we'll just use that as part of where we're going. Okay, so let's go here. And it at least gives us a texture. I did get it to look like the flower that it is. But you know, some of the scrapbook paper has some funky patterns. So, but this one, being that it is from the lace, I think it should match it pretty well. So we can do that. And we have our stamped paper. We can come in and I would go ahead and, you know, do the edge. You can also come and, you know, you can do just polka dots too. But you can come back in and put dots over your, using your dauber. Okay. Or you can just come in and do dots. And then you can just go off the edge. Do I have... Okay, so just some giant polka dots that are kind of muted. Okay, so polka dot page. So don't forget that you can fold your page in, or I can, and then there we go. Okay, then you can take your stamp and just stamp down the edge. Give you a little bit different look. You can just stamp up in the corners, just like you would regularly stamp. Okay. So, and then of course, and then one other one that you can do, if you need something that is, you know, fills more space, is you can stamp for texture. It's still the same stamp, just much closer together. So there it would give you, so you'd have this flip, you'd have this page, and then you'd have a page with some texture. So that is a couple of the things. Let's see. One of the other things that I did was using the lace and using it as a stencil. It was harder than it usually is, but it did do it. Okay, so you can see, let's start to see that the lace is coming in. At least gave it different, and at the same time I was able to color the lace. So two things at once. I colored the lace and I had a little bit of a different pattern happening on my page. All right, so there you go. So let's go again and we'll look. So lace, coloring your lace and having the lace as a stencil, making a stamp, and if you want to make sure that you don't end up with these, you can either cut that around that, or you can layer a couple of these on top of each other. You want something with a raised edge. So my lace on one side has a raised edge, and on the other side is flat. So if you want to watch, I'll go ahead and I'll make a stamp. So I'm going to cut out one of the larger flowers. Okay, so this is one of the larger flowers. I'm going to go ahead and, whoop, don't want to lose that because I might need that. I've used most of the paper roses. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and take my paper. It's a given. So we had it. I'm going to go ahead and glue it right here because it needs to, you'll want to glue a couple places. You might as well glue it while you're still folding. Making our own stamp. And remember, you can use the side of your scissors, or I was able to use the side of my scissors as a bone folder. It's been very helpful. I want to fold it one more time. Okay. Okay. I want to make sure that our raised edge is up. I want to cut off. I'm going to hold that with my elbow. I'm going to cut off this couple of extra little things. Okay. Stay. And then we're going to go ahead and do our little blob here. Most of that was me moving it around. Okay. Then place it down. And this is how I made my holder. It seemed to work last time. Okay, so here we have some paper. Move that. And just like a regular stamp, you have to condition it. Okay. So I might go ahead and, if I could. Everything always lands over in that corner when it falls off this log that I'm using here as a desk on the deserted island. Yeah, I hope there's nothing scary inside this log. So things are starting to wash ashore. Of course, I'm almost finished with this journal. Okay. So that gives you an idea. And of course, you know, you can get around that where it's, let's try this. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know. But I'm willing to try. So what is this? This would be Friday that I'm filming this. So when you watch this, Game 3 of the World Series will have already happened, I guess. I wonder who's in it and how they're doing. You know, because I'm like stuck here on this deserted island. Okay, so yeah, that seems to work to go ahead and go around it. Cut around it. Oh, we still have so there we go. Our beautiful lace impression. And so you can use that. And look, you can get a lot of stamps out of that. Because it holds a lot of ink. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and that if you get stuck on a desert island, I hope that your fanny pack has some amazing things in it so that you can make a stamp out of lace and paper to use, or to use your dauber and have some polka dots, or both and have polka dotted roses, or a stripe at an angle, or my favorite, wallpaper stripes. So what was your favorite? Let me know. And find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day. Bye. Rescue me. Bye.